Hello, my chariots. My name is Hope, and welcome back to my channel for another pick a card reading that I have for you today. And today's reading is what was left unsaid the last time you and your person talked. So, what was never said that your person wishes that they would be able to share with you? That is what we're going to be looking at in today's reading. All right. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention that if you look in the description box below, you will see my email. If you are interested in a more private personal reading, you can send me an email to my address that's listed below, and I will get back to you with instructions on how we will proceed forward if you are looking for that one-on-one experience. All right, so for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. All right, I've been doing tarot for the last 3-4 years now, and I mainly focus on love readings for people struggling in relationships and pain, trying to heal from deep connections. Sometimes you'll see my Chariot Soul message readings, which are readings for the collective, and that can be about anything. And of course, when I have the personal readings, I actually have a general reading where it's set up that you are free to ask anything that you need, anything that you're looking for guidance on. All right, so welcome to my channel, and those of you that are just returning subscribers, it's always wonderful having you here. I appreciate you, your energy, and your continued support. All right, so if we take a look at the 3 piles that we have today, now this is from the Moon and Stars Tarot by Jane Wallace. And look, all 3 cards that fell out while I was dealing for the pre-shuffle for this reading, they're all swords. All right. So when we're talking about sword energy, we are talking about the element of air. This deals with anything that has to do with the mind. All right. So when we're thinking about reason, logic, rationality, when we're talking about words and communication, that is sword energy. All right. So for some reason, we are zeroing in on that element of air for today's reading. Pile 1, okay, you have this card here, which is the Ace of Swords. Pile 2, you have the Page of Swords. And pile 3, the King of Swords came out for you. All right, so do what you need to do to pick your pile. If you're drawn to more than one, that's perfectly fine. That means that there could be messages in the other piles that you need to hear. There are often times when I feel that the readings themselves are linked just because of that collective energy that I'm picking up on. And then lastly, if you click on your pile and nothing's resonating with you, if what you are going through just does not present itself in this reading, that's fine. You can just kindly back out and realize the reading is not for you. These are, again, general readings for the collective. Not every reading is going to resonate. You are free to go check out the other readings that I've already uploaded to the channel, or you can go check out the other amazing tarot readers that we have out there. There's so many, each with their own unique style, bringing their own intuition into things, which is beautiful. Surely you will find one that resonates for you. All right, so why don't you pick your pile, and I will see you there. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to the Ace of Swords, and this is going to be your reading. Today we are asking Spirit, what was left unsaid the last time the 2 of you talked? So that special person that you're thinking about, the last time the 2 of you had a conversation, what was left unsaid? And let's take a look and see what comes through for you, what messages Spirit wants you to know today. All right, so before we get started though, let's just take that moment to focus and go within as I like to start every reading. So if you can take in a deep breath for me at this time. And just quiet your mind and focus. Focus on this reading and your person. I'm looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And my intuition is highly accurate and clear. So the Ace of Swords pile one, and we have the key word here is understanding. Okay, so is this not focusing? I hate this. Can we make sure? There. Um, Understanding is the key word associated with the Ace of Swords. Now, aces, first of all, as you've heard me say before, are gifts. All right, they're gifts from spirit because they're an opportunity. Okay, there's an opportunity here. I feel with your person, pile one. There's something in the last conversation that you had with your person that they didn't understand, all right? That's why we have this keyword coming up of understanding. And I feel that now they're finally getting it, as if they've gained some clarity, okay, to your last communication, the last conversation, the last words that the two of you spoke to one another. It's as if they were struggling, they didn't have that clarity. It's as if the fog, that brain fog was there, and they couldn't see clearly. And now there's this feeling coming through that, I think I finally know and understand what this person meant. Sort of an aha moment. And even because of that, what I'm feeling is there's this feeling like they almost want to perhaps come forward and apologize, okay, for any perhaps argument or conflict that occurred between the two of you, or just sort of that sense of wanting to apologize because they feel bad that they didn't understand what it was that you were trying to communicate with them in the first place. All right. So that's what's coming through with the Ace of Swords. Let's jump into tarot and see what else comes through here. And here we are, we have the Emperor. We're starting off with this Emperor, and look at this Emperor looking over at the List of Swords. We have Death. Ooh, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Ooh, the Three of Swords. And the Queen of Wands. Just put them off to the side. Let's get a card also from Under the Roses, Lenormand. Ooh. Those two flew out, so I am going to take them. And look at the clouds that are here. It's exactly what I was saying as far as they didn't see something clearly. You know, they didn't see something clearly in regards to this relationship, this connection. I'm looking at this number 6 here, you know, and that is the lovers. And we also have the King of Clubs down here in the corner, which is the King of Wands. All right. And that's all about the King of Wands energy is about taking action. What's interesting is with that King of Wands energy, and because it means sort of taking action coupled with this number 6 of the lovers, that's Gemini energy coming through. The King of Wands is that Leo energy, and yet we have these clouds here. And, you know, that gets in the way of being able to take action. It causes delays. All right, these clouds, it blurs your person's vision. Again, there's something that's been delayed or sort of discerning to your person. It's almost like as if things have been distorted. All right, in the conversation that I feel like you've last had with them. Okay. Uh, and I'm just looking at the cards here all together so I can get the big picture. I do feel with this Queen of Swords here, this is Libra energy that's right in the center of this reading, pile one, pointing, look at focusing at this Three of Swords, which is all about heartache and it's about heartbreak. I do feel that the last conversation that the two of you have, there were some tense moments. I do feel like there were some hurtful words, okay, here. Um, you know, things could have been harsh, right? You both might have had a tone with one another. Things may have appeared sort of cold and cruel for some of you. Definitely with the Queen of Wands here, it could have also come across very, um, tempers could have been going. You know, that passion was heightened, you know, at this point in time during this argument, perhaps. Um, I feel like with this death card here, there was this exchange of words because I feel like there's something here that your person who's standing here in this emperor power as this divine masculine, which for me is that Aries energy of leadership and it's about power and it's about authority. And yet, right aside of that is this death card, and that's Scorpio energy coming through. And the death card, though, in this case, represents that transformation. I'm feeling that there's something here that your person wasn't ready to let go of. Okay. I feel like the conversation, the communication that the two of you had resulted in your person not wanting to give up on something. All right. Because this death card, even though it means transformation, it means rebirth, right? It's the energy of rising, rising from the ashes. And I feel that your person was really trying to sort of they didn't want to lose control of whatever the situation was between you and your person. You know, this argument of, and the control to me has, is feelings of perhaps the foundation of where this relationship exists. So when you look at that number 4, we're talking about structure, we're talking about foundation. And what I'm feeling is it's your person's fear that was rattled here. Okay. And it was shaken. It was shaken by this argument. And I do feel, for you, pile 1, with this Queen of Swords energy here, and this is Libra energy, and even though you might have had sort of a hot and heavy argument, I feel like you were just trying to get to the bottom of things, right? Because again, your person wasn't seeing your side of this situation, whatever this argument was about. Um, they lacked the clarity that I was saying from the very beginning. They didn't hear you, okay? They weren't understanding things. And it could be even related, which is very interesting because if you look at this card of the child here, it's possible that this argument was even about children. Okay, so if children were involved in any way, as far as this relationship, this situation goes, it could have had to do with the status of children. Oftentimes, though, when this child though shows up in this yellow dress, we're talking about someone's solar plexus chakra, and the solar plexus chakra right there in the middle of your upper abdomen, right below your rib cage um, is the chakra that deals with the energy of your self identity and your confidence. All right. So again, I feel like your person felt uh, sort of weak, or they felt in this situation, whatever your argument was about, whatever your discussion was about, they didn't fully understand what it was that you were trying to explain to them. And I feel that, this argument really gave this emperor something to think about, and that's why we have this energy of transformation coming through, because I feel like your person recognizes this moment now, like, oh, it's almost as if this light bulb went off inside their mind. Now I understand what it is they were trying to say. All right. I just want to get some more cards and see perhaps what this conversation was about. And the Jack of Spades is here, which comes off as the Knight of Swords, okay, in tarot, which I almost feel like, that's how your person sort of handled the situation when you were trying to have this conversation with them. They were sort of, kind of flying off the handle. They weren't really taking the time to understand your point of view. We have Temperance here. And what I'm hearing is because their soul was out of balance, okay, with this Temperance card. All right. And this, I see the internal conflict that this uh, last conversation between the two of you has caused them. There's a lot of internal conflict, which is causing them to grow. All right. I feel like your person is growing from what happened here. We have the chariots. Okay. Let me just get a couple more. We have strength. We have the 10 of Pentacles. On the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is here, more Scorpio energy coming through. So there's strong Scorpio energy coming through. I see some Aries energy. We also have the Queen of Wands, which is even more Aries energy. We have the Chariot here, which is Cancerian energy. You know, what am I feeling here? I'm feeling like, I feel that your person, the message coming through here from spirit is that even though this was a harsh argument that the two of you had, your person has been out of alignment, because when we look over here at this 10 of Pentacles, what that's showing me is how these pentacles represent all different areas of your person's life. Okay. And I feel that perhaps the case for them is they were moving more, making decisions based on this material world, like decisions. They were looking at the situation, they're looking at their life from a more materialistic way, which wasn't really in balance to the rest of them. And by the rest of them, I mean, spiritually, I'm talking about emotionally, mentally. Uh, there's an internal conflict here that your person lacked. It could be, there's something here where I feel they're almost sort of I don't want to say stuck in their growth, but I feel that they're almost in a state of limbo at this point in time. And even though they want to move forward with this chariot energy here, and this card of strength, which is Leo, um, it's been difficult for them. All right. And yet when you two had this argument, I feel like they sort of just pushed through and sort of have moved forward without really looking back and taking the time to reach out and to acknowledge or apologize for the way things were left here between the two of you. And yet here we have the King of Cups over here as the overall energy, which is showing me that your person has definitely these emotions for you, but they're keeping them hidden. They're keeping them quiet. All right. They may have a difficult time expressing themselves. Okay. And maybe that's why some of this was hot and heavy, because you were trying to get to the truth of the matter as far as how your person feels. What are their emotions? What are their feelings when it comes to the two of you? And I feel that you've been very patient, okay, along this journey with them as you're trying to sort of be by their side and see if things are going to, and I want to say balance, but it's more than that, because even when I look at this temperance card, this is the card of alchemy, and it's like finding that perfect mix. And I feel that your person, has been struggling with that. This could stem back to childhood, that they just feel like they've been missing out on something. All right. And because of that, um, it's difficult to sort of converse with your person. I feel with the King of Cups, oftentimes they definitely know how they feel about someone, they're aware of their emotions, but what makes it difficult is sometimes they have a hard time expressing those emotions. All right. They don't come across, where they can just say it. Sometimes it results in anger or outbursts, okay, or ways that their passion sort of comes through, all right? And it can lead to something very heated, and it's something that your person then tries very hard with this Emperor energy here to remain in control, all right? They want to keep the reins, all right, because they do not want to feel out of control. Transformation to this person can be scary. Okay, it can be scary at times, And because of that, I do feel that things were left unsaid that they wish that they would have been a little bit more gentler with you when you were trying to explain your side of the situation and how you feel. It's even possible for some of you, pile one, that you walked away from this person because you felt like that you tried to give them a chance, that you tried to be honest. This Queen of Swords, when she shows up, and the fact that she's here in the center of this reading, that's all about heart to heart communication. And I feel like that's all you were really craving from this person, is you just wanted to sit down and have a heart to heart. And for some reason, it's troublesome for this person. And I do feel that it's possible that they don't even realize how hard it is for them because of these inner childhood wounds that they may be carrying within them. They may not even recognize that, and maybe that's something that you even tried pointing out, and that's what led to some uh, yelling and saying things that the two of you may have regretted after the fact. Okay. I just feel like this person really feels there's a strong need for this person to stay in control, okay, of their life. And for them, that means keeping, their feelings very much under control. And that for you is something that's very difficult because you want to have everything out in the open. All right. What else can we get? Let's see. How about some messages? How about some messages from your person? Let's see. What is it? What messages does were have been left unsaid? Yikes. What messages have been left unsaid? Sure. See all the cards. Pile one's person. There's this message coming through that they almost felt like you were forcing them to try. You were sort of like forcing them to. You see, I'm looking at this woman with the strength card and the way she's sort of opening that lion's mouth. They felt like they were almost forced into this situation where you were trying to get them to speak and they were not ready to answer some of the questions that you were asking them. I want to be close to you. I am so proud of you. I am too afraid of intimacy, though. I'm afraid to talk about my feelings. I wish we could talk, okay? I wish we could talk because I want to start over, all right? I want to start over. I have this clarity now. I want to see you again. So, what I'm feeling, what I'm sensing is your person is not happy the way things were left. All right. Uh, I feel like they want that forgiveness. They're looking for that forgiveness from you. All right. So let's see what else we can do. I want to do some charms today, and I want to do the angel answer. You can ask your angel a specific question, see if we can get the answer that it is that you need. And then let's also do, this is Greenwich Oracle's deck. This is a recent new purchase. Let's see let's ask about you, pile one. What is it that you need to focus on? Let me just move this card out of the way here. What is it that you need to focus on at this time in regards to your person and the situation? Let's get 3 cards. Mm. Three. Here. The butterfly. Transformation, joy, beauty, and transience. So lots of butterflies. You know, we have the butterflies here with this child. We have Scorpio here, which is the death card, all about transformation. And now we have this card here of the butterfly. I feel that your person, whether you see it or not, is transforming because of this last experience that the two of you had together. All right. We have the broom, which is about energy clearing and freshening. Um, you know, maybe this conflict between the two of you resulted in holding on to some anger, um, some bitterness. You know, things were not left, feeling that peace and harmony. Um, between the two of you. So I feel like Spirit's reminding you, that it may be necessary to do some energy clearing because you can be, you may be pulling from each other the negative energy that you felt from this argument, this last conversation that you had with one another. And it's time to clear that out. All right. And it could be also why that death card is here as well. Like the death card sometimes represents that energy of, well, I have to let go of something or leave something behind in order to make room for something new. So I think it's time now to sort of clear out the energy, take a step back, look at the situation with love. All right. And be willing to be able to forgive your person for the things that they said and perhaps the things that you said. And we have roots here. Healthy patterns, early growth, which is very interesting because we have the roots and yet we have this child that's over here. And there's something about early growth. So, it could be the way your person responds to conversations and arguments because of the way they were raised, or what they witnessed from their caretakers, their parents, and it's something that they just don't realize, it's subconscious that they don't even recognize that perhaps they respond in a certain way. All right. And when you finally spoke up and you told them that you didn't appreciate that the way that they spoke to you in that manner, the argument grew from there. All right. So, this is spirit letting you know, like, hey, your person may not recognize, they may not have had the understanding at the time that this is stemming from something that they either don't even remember or it could even be from another lifetime. All right. And they've brought that with them in this lifetime because they haven't they haven't worked through that lesson, and certain lessons will repeat themselves. Okay. Certain lessons will repeat themselves if you do not learn from them. And that could be something that your person is experiencing right now. All right. So let's get some charms and then we'll close out with the angel answers. All right. We'll ask the angels a specific question. All right. So if you want to think about right now if there's a specific sign that you're looking for. All right, let's see. What do we have here? We have Virgo, which is, we have practical on the back there. We have Taurus. Can't even read that word. Incresitor? No, Incraser. What is that? Taurus is represented by the bull. You know, your person can be very stubborn when it comes to arguments. We have Leo, which is representing generous. And look, we have two hearts here. So I do feel like there's emotion that runs through your person. We do have the flamingo. And, you know, look, when you look at the flamingo, what do you see? You know, they're on one leg. It's representing balance. So again, I did mention how your person I don't feel like they're flowing with imbalance right now. We have the wizard's hat here. You have this thing. What is this? This looks like, it looks like a bottle. It looks like a bottle and it's filled with different treasures or coins. I don't know. I'm getting this sense like, I don't know, you know, does your person keep everything held up? Like they bottle it up inside, you know? And then sometimes maybe if they feel pressured, they kind of explode in certain situations, right? We have the ham's a hand that's here, that third eye that's in the center. We have the cherries that are here. We have the camera that's here. Now, perhaps you two have not been speaking since you've had this argument. This could mean that your person's keeping an eye on you regardless of the situation. They may be looking at pictures of you. And then look, we have the starfish here, which I feel, you know, is beautiful. I do feel that your person recognizes you as a very unique, sensual individual. Um, that's the energy that's coming through here. I feel like they're learning from this, as I mentioned, that they see a lot of wisdom in you, not that they look back with this wizard's hat here, right? So those are your charms. So now let's do our angel answer. So if you want to think about right now a specific question regarding this person, why don't you think about it? And then I can read the answer that's given. So think of your question. Pile one, Spirit, what is the answer to pile one's question? Listen to your intuition, all right? So that's the answer to your question. Let's read. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is completely reliable and accurate at this time. Listen to your own inner guidance, and you can't go wrong. You can be certain that the messages you're receiving from your angels are real and trustworthy. Have faith in your feelings about the circumstances you're experiencing. Your insights into other people and their true feelings or motives are perfectly accurate. There is no need to question what you know is true. All right, pile one. So I am going to leave the reading here. I hope it resonated with you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you at the next reading. Okay? Bye. Hello, pile two. All right, you were drawn to the Page of Swords for your reading today, and we are asking Spirit, what was left unsaid between the two of you, you and your specific person, the last time the two of you talked? We will get messages from Spirit, see what comes through, and what it is that you need to know today. All right, so before we get started, let's just take that moment to go within and clear our energy. So, pile two, if you can take in a deep breath for me at this time. and just be still. I am looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can give you the message that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power, and I trust my intuition always. All right. So the Page of Swords, all right? I feel pile 2, your person wants to communicate with you, all right? They want to talk to you. So we'll get in with tarot in a moment and see what it is that they want to talk to you about. But what I'm feeling is, this is your person has questions, okay? They could be spying on you right now. When I look at the Page of Swords, you'll sometimes hear me refer to this court card as a little spy because this is someone that has a thirst for knowledge. All right, they want to learn things. So it is a very young and naive energy when we're talking about the Page of Swords. So there, I feel like your person has questions. There's just some things. What it's coming through is that they don't understand. All right, and they want to talk to you. So this is about communication, okay? I feel like there's messages or something that your person wants you to know. But let's get into tarot and see what comes through. With the youngness of this energy, I'm not sure if your person's younger than you or not, but I keep hearing why, like a question of why. Why did you say this? Or why? And it's just that energy that your person, I don't know, I feel like the last communication that occurred between the both of you, you were trying to be deep with your person. I feel for a lot of you, pile two, that, you know, your thoughts, when we're talking about this air energy, run very deep. There's a lot that you think about it, and you were trying to get that across to your person, and they have a difficulty understanding what it is that you were trying to tell them. It could be that their just emotional bandwidth at this moment just isn't strong enough, or intelligent enough to handle whatever you were trying to communicate with them. But let's take a look and see what comes through tarot. The Devil. Woo! So that's Capricorn energy. The Ten of Cups. There's the Moon. The Ten of Pentacles. My goodness. And the Magician. All right. And I'm currently looking at the bottom of the deck. We have the Ten of Wands too. Pile two. I feel you were trying to get them to see something. I do feel for this group from looking at this that there's some sort of third party energy that surrounds your person. All right. They're bound to something that they feel that they can't break free from. All right. Some of them may be married here. Some of them may be married with children and have families. I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, 10, 10. And I feel there's a shadow side, there's illusions, there's secrets going on because I don't feel like your person is aware of they're hiding their true feelings, okay, and what would fulfill them. I feel that they're dealing with something with their shadow side that's preventing them from being able to enjoy what would bring a full contentment, this feeling of peace in all areas of their life. Let me just grab one of these cards from Under the Roses, Lenormand. Before I go any further, I saw the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and I feel like your person's very burdened right now in their life. We have the Sun. All right. Isn't that interesting? The opposites. We have the Sun and the Moon here. This is interesting. I feel like this may be opposites attract for some of you, right? Or, I just feel like perhaps there's something here that's coming through where I feel like your person still needs a lot to learn with this Page of Swords energy. Your person is concerned with their foundation. We have number 31 here, which is this beautiful sun, but that reduces to 4, which, we're talking about Aries energy and that Emperor energy. And that energy of the Emperor, though, is all about foundation and structure. It's about power and it's about authority. It's about being a leader. And I feel that your person that's in a situation that they feel bound to pile to, and yet they're fearful of their foundation crumbling. If this person does have children, they do not want their children to experience any type of unhappiness. And what I'm seeing is with this Ace of Pentacles, this is Ace of Diamonds down here. The Ace of Pentacles is about, wanting that opportunity to create something new. It has to do with material things. Looking for that opportunity in this 3D material world. And I feel that they're not allowing themselves to experience that at this time. We have the Magician here, which is all about manifesting exactly what it is that you want. The Magician is all about learning and realizing that you have all the tools within you, within the power of you to create and manifest the life that it is that you're looking for. And when it comes to your person, pile 2, I feel like they don't realize that they have these tools, right? They feel like they're on their own almost, and they're sort of here in this world trying to figure things out on their own, but they feel, pretty much at this time with this devil energy that things can't change for them, that they are where they are. And I do feel that the last conversation that you had to them, you were trying to sort of communicates to them about this Magician energy, that they have the power to make these changes, all right, and that they are the ones that can create a better life for themselves and even their children. And again, this person's not seeing it. All right. The moon is here. So I do feel like this is a person that cycles through different phases. Um, as far as maybe there are moments when they're very happy in their environment of where they are, and then another phase or cycle comes through, they're very sad. Um, Also, with this devil energy, it could also be pointing out to me that your person pile 2 is sort of surviving in this unhappiness by, they're somehow involved in something that is not healthy. All right. When we see this devil energy, what that is it's the opposite of the Lover's card, that Gemini energy. And that Lover's card represents the energy of, wow, what really fills your soul and makes you happy. It's that feeling of pure bliss and pure joy where all is well. The devil is the opposite of that. The devil represents something that is not good for your soul. All right. So it could be very, a person involved in something right now that is not healthy for them. But that's sort of, the journey that they're choosing at this time in order for them to be able to sort of get through their day-to-day situation. Let's see what else. The Knight of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands. See, that was on the bottom of the deck, temporarily when I set the cards down. Your person hides a lot of burden. Person feels very beaten down at this moment in time. They don't feel that they are ever going to have the freedom that it is what they're looking for, is the freedom that also would give them that opportunity to move forward and have that new experience in love with someone else, with you. The Five of Pentacles. Your person's very fearful of the fact if they were ever to walk away from the situation that they feel bound to at this moment in time, they would be left behind, that they would miss out on something, that they would be left out in the cold. And they don't want that. They don't want to experience that. They don't want to feel like that. And because of that, it leaves them here with this Five of Wands, feeling a lot of internal conflict. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords, showing me the unhappiness that the energy, the unhappiness and of that energy and what it feels like right now and what they're sitting in. Okay. And whatever it is that they're involved in, I do feel like it's like for that split second of a moment, it makes them feel better. And then they go right back to feeling this Ten of Wands burden that they carry with them. Your person's very brokenhearted right now. Pile 2. So with your last conversation, I feel, again, it was a conversation where you were you thought, or you're trying to help them, all right, by trying to explain to them that they can do this, that they have the tools that they need. I also feel that it's, you also gave them the speech that it's up to them completely. There's not a knight, in shining armor that's going to come and rescue them from this situation. Or, it's not like that energy where you're going to snap your fingers and everything is going to magically just fall into place. This is your person's journey and the lessons that they need to learn. And I feel like they just don't understand those lessons, and that's why I feel like those questions, why, um, keep coming up, because I don't think they have the first idea about what they truly need to do within themselves in order to change, this moon to this sun. Okay. This moon to this sun where there's this just complete joy and all is well. Your person right now is far from feeling that from what I'm picking up on in this reading. So let's get some messages from your person. This is Hidden Truth, version 2. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. What's interesting about this reading is I can feel my throat chakra starting to close off as I'm trying to communicate what I feel this person is encountering, which is interesting. So for this person, there may be times that they won't even talk to you at all, where there's periods of silence because they are not emotionally stable enough, I feel, to talk about what the heart of the problem is, the heart of their struggles. And because of that, I feel that your relationship, file 2, with this person has been put on the back burner. Your person is completely overwhelmed at the moment of where to go from here. So let's see what messages we have. I find you so attractive. Him waiting patiently. There's this feeling like they're almost waiting for you to make some sort of change, pile 2. I don't want to let you go. I know you don't feel the same. That's interesting. I don't know what kind of conversation that you had with them last, what kind of communication actually occurred, because your person feels that you don't feel the same way, which we know isn't true because you wouldn't be here watching this reading if that was the case. And yet maybe you gave them some tough love, and because of that, they feel, rejected in some way or abandoned. I miss being with you. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, I don't know how to feel. It's almost like as if your person is numbing themselves at this moment, again, in order to get through with their day-to-day situation. So I'm going to do charms, and then the last thing I'll do is that angel answers to your specific question regarding your person and the situation. But let's see what it is, that needs focus at this moment in time when it comes to you and your specific person. This is the Green Witch's Oracle deck. All right, let's get 3 cards. Lavender. Tranquility, kindness, and self-care. All right. Well, I can tell you right now, pile 2, that your person needs much of this. The question I always ask then following is how much self-care are you giving yourself? How kind are you being to yourself? Because often um, these connections that we're involved with can mirror and trigger. And look at this. Here's the broom. This came out also in the first reading. Energy clearing and freshening, which I do feel is definitely the true in this case. There's a lot of negative energy that I'm pulling through that I feel your person is sitting in at the moment. Okay. And that needs clearing. So if you're not working on clearing yourself, and when I say that, I do mean that, working both with the divine white lights and Mother Earth. It's that combination because you need that balance. You need that alchemy of that grounding energy along with the beautiful divine white light to make sure that um, you're cleansing yourself, okay? Because you may be picking up a lot on this person's energy and you may be sitting in some dark energy of your own. Buds. Look at that. New beginnings and expansion. So hopefully for you, there are some new beginnings that may take place, right? There's expansion here. Your person definitely feel there's this sense like they want to further themselves and they want to grow, and yet there's this energy that's coming through again, like they don't even know how to begin feeling or they don't even know how to begin doing, where to start in order to sort of get to this Nine of Pentacle experience where they're enjoying the fruits of their labor and they feel that freedom and independence, okay, that they're craving. And I do feel heavily that the last conversation that the two of you had was that you were sort of giving them some tough love. Like it's almost like I feel perhaps with this Page of Swords here, you were talking to them almost like a child, like where, they need to sort of take responsibility of their life in order to change things. And I do feel that it's that conversation, that the two of you had. It didn't leave you feeling good. You're trying to help this person. This person feels like you're more just being pushy, okay, and you're trying to control them. And yet at the same time, they don't know where to turn to either. They're very sleepy at the moment, if you ever hear me say that word. So they're struggling. What I can say is that the two of you are just on different levels right now of your journey. So let's get some charms. I like pulling these charms just as an extra added bonus. There might be an extra message that comes through. If you're looking for confirmation or a sign, you can ask for that right now. All right. And I feel like this is a light way to sort of end the reading as we're winding down here. Okay. All right. So what's interesting is right away I do see the bicycle, which the two wheels, and this represents balance for me. All right, we have the Eiffel Tower here. I'm not sure if your person's the in Europe. We're talking about France here. Paris. It could just represent travel. It could just represent across the waters. We have the letter L here, so that and it's we have the red there representing that love. Here's the butterfly. All right, butterflies represent transformation. And then let's see, we have Gemini, and we have Cancer, we have Taurus, and we have Leo energy coming through here. All right, we have we have the crown here coming through. I heard the word diva, almost like someone a diva in this situation. What's this? Look, we have this couple, And they're on, it looks almost like the crescent moon. All right. Um, right away, what I felt with this, as if you're sort of like a dreamy state, like they're thinking about you from afar. Look, we have Hello Kitty here. That's interesting. So, that can represent children in some way. Like I said, if children are involved, oh, we have another one here. Ooh, Aquarius. All right, so we have Aquarius. All right, there, and then what's this? This is, look at this. This is a moon, right? This is a crescent moon with an angel wing on it and a crown. All right, so it's almost like three little symbols there all in one. And this looks like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about Alice in Wonderland, so I'm not sure what that rabbit represents. Maybe that is a symbol for someone. Rabbits in general, for me, represent um, almost like a playfulness. It could represent the sexual energy that the two of you have. But those are the charms that came out. So take a look, okay, and you can pick out whatever means something to you. And we will end with your question from Angel Answers. So pile 2, if you want to think of your specific question that you have right now in regards to your person, let's see what the answer is, and then I'll read the advice from the book. This is for pile 2. Spirit, what is the answer to pile 2's question? I'm just looking at your card of lavender. I love lavender. I just bought some lavender perfume recently, and it just smells so beautiful. It smells fresh, and it smells, it's that sense of peace and serenity. All right, here's your answer. Be assertive. I'm feeling like you tried, but maybe that's what you feel got you into trouble in the first place. But let's just see here. Says this situation calls for you to take matters into your own hands. You must get clear on your personal feelings and then pursue the fulfillment of your desires with courage and self-confidence. Ask for what you need without watering down your requests in order to satisfy others. Remember that seeing to your own needs is nothing to apologize for. Set boundaries with those around you in order to create a safe and fair environment. Tailor your actions so that you earn the respect from others you deserve, and then move forwards. All right, pile 2. Part of what I'm feeling from this is, being assertive. You may have been a little harsh with this person, and I feel what's coming through from spirit is that this person just is in no position to go deep. All right. So you need to be clear and you need to be simple with them. There's no beating around the bush, because what this person is going through right now, they are just very overwhelmed with their feelings, their emotions, and what is going on in their material world, their environment at this moment. It overwhelms them and it leaves them feeling beaten down. All right. So if you are trying to communicate with them, I feel like you need to bring it down a level. All right. So even though you have this card that, yes, it's probably going to be you that has to be assertive when it comes to this person, meaning you need to speak up and communicate your feelings, but you need to do it in a clear way. All right. Clear and concise. Simple and straight to the point. I feel that that's all that this person can handle at this moment in time. All right, so I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope it resonated with you. Let me know in the comment section if it did. And I look forward to seeing you at the next reading. Okay? Hi. Hello, pile three. You were drawn to the King of Swords for your reading today, and today's reading is what was left unsaid between the two of you the last time that you spoke. All right, you and your specific person. What is it that this person didn't say? What was left unsaid? We'll get messages, look at the tarot today, and see what it is that Spirit wants you to know when it comes to this person. All right. So before we get started, let's take that moment to just clear our minds and go within. So pile three, if you can take in a deep breath for me. Just be still for a moment. I am looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And I am a present observer in my life. All right, pile three, I am going to try to get through this reading. I felt my voice starting to act up at the end of pile two, so let's see how we do here. You were drawn to the King of Swords, and this is the card on knowledge. All right, this is Aquarius energy coming through that we're talking about. It is mature energy. The King of Swords, very intellectual, very smart. Okay, but this is the king that comes off very cool, calm, and collective. Okay, when we're describing what this person, their external energies could be like. When I even see this king sitting here in this chair, you know, with his legs sort of, the one is off to the side. He's sitting here in a relaxed state because I feel like he knows that his energy or his intelligence about him, reaches other people and they feel that. So there's this recognition, all right, that your person carries that they're a wealth of knowledge in some way. You know, they feel like they know a lot of things. Uh, when this king shows up for me, what this is a sign of is someone that's choosing to think with their head, then move forward with their heart. So they've made decisions based on their connection with you, or some of the things that were said to you in the last conversation that the two of you had was more of a practical approach instead of them showing their emotions and how they truly felt. Okay, so let's move this off to the side and we'll see what comes through in tarot. I do feel that your person, the King of Swords is someone that thinks with logic. Okay. They have to be very logical. Their decisions are based on logic and what is most practical and realistic at the time. So, unfortunately, because of that, it's almost like I feel that this person's heart is bound to suffer in some way because they are not choosing their heart. They're not choosing what their soul wants. They know what their soul wants, but they have decided to take other avenues instead because to them it seems to be the most logical approach at this time. All right, so let's see what comes through in tarot in regards to that last conversation the two of you had. The Chariot. It's Cancer energy. And there's Three of Cups here. I feel like the two of you were considered, there was a friendship here. Judgment. Okay. So there's that card on awakening, a spiritual awakening that occurred. The moon. Ooh, and the High Priestess. So it's very interesting what's coming through at this moment. Your person kept a lot to themselves, pile 3. They didn't speak up. They didn't speak up, and with that King of Swords here, they probably kept how they really felt pretty close to their chest. They didn't allow you to see how deeply they felt the last time that the two of you communicated. I'm going to just get one here from this Under the Roses. Wow, the Sun. Now that came out in pile 2. That same card. Interesting. And I just looked at the bottom of the deck, which I don't usually do, and here's the locket too. So I do feel that, your person has feelings for you that they did not communicate, kind of, bottled up in this locket, that's kept close to their heart. What's interesting is, ending here over here with the Moon and the High Priestess, both cards representing some sort of, you know, silence, secrets, not speaking. All right. And yet with that High Priestess and the intuition, fully knowing, your person was, again, the intuition is here when it comes to the King of Swords, very intuitive. The funny thing with them is they don't allow themselves, they don't let that known, if that makes sense. I feel oftentimes with this Aquarius energy, they know more than they let on, just to see where you are or how you're going to react or what you're going to say. Aquarians love to sort of try to figure out the other person. They enjoy that about people. And I feel like, in this case, when it came to the last communication that the two of you had, you left on more about your feelings than they have, all right, or that they did. And they've kept quiet about it, all right. The fact is the Judgment card is here, and that is the card of awakening. So I feel like there's definitely was this spiritual connection that brought the two of you together. You were meant to collide, all right. There was a reason why the two of you collided, and yet, we have that number 20, which reduces to 2. It's all about duality. It's all about having to make a choice. And when the time came, I feel like the two of you did not choose each other. And now you're left here, pile 3, with the questions of, did your person say everything that they possibly could? Or is there anything that they never came forward? Or is there anything that they regret saying? And I feel like, yes, absolutely. Your person has been carrying on and moving forward with this Chariot card. This is all about taking the reins of their life and making that logical decision to move forward because they feel that they had no other choice. And yet, in the end, I feel that most importantly, Spirit wants you to know that You do not have the whole story. You do not have the full picture with this person because they kept quiet, right? Because they did not allow themselves to show how they truly felt. Let's see what else. They feel that that was necessary with this sun card here, this beautiful divine masculine energy that represents all is completely at ease and well. It's number 31. It reduces to 4, which is that emperor. So again, I feel, the emperor coupled with this king of swords, it's having to make a powerful decision, uh, having to lead with that authority and make the most logical decision. In this case, that your person felt that they did. And because of that, you very well could have been left heartbroken. With this Cancer energy here, you may be very sensitive and, compassionate and understanding, and yet you were left wondering and trying to sort of pick up those pieces. The World card is here of what happened, and why, when your person had that opportunity and that chance, they didn't take it, and you wonder about it quite often. We have the Ace of Swords here. Death. Look at all these. Do you see all these major arcana cards that are coming through? Highly, highly powerful. Okay, this connection. The Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, your person still remains holding everything in pile 3. They hold everything in. What's interesting now, my intuition with this card always represents the head versus heart feeling. And then I did check the book. Was it earlier today when I was looking at these cards? And in this card, the King of Swords in this book by Jane Wallace sometimes represents divorce. I never get that feeling that I never get that intuition or the feeling from the King of Swords when it comes to divorce. However, take it how it resonates, because I am seeing the Death card here with the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm not sure if that is the case. Could be representing that with this Ace of Swords. Your person didn't have clarity at the time of the last conversation that the two of you had. They couldn't see clearly at that time, and now they have this clarity, and they realize, all right, there's a realization here. I feel that they did not give you the words that you were looking for. All right. With this world card here, this is showing me how the two of you may be in separate areas. Okay. This can be a long distance relationship, and the two of you now are on each of your own separate journey, with that hope of returning, returning someday, when the time is right. We're talking about divine timing, also when we realize that our souls are much greater than what they are just here on this earth. Space, time does not exist. So it could be that feeling, that your person truly does think the world of you. They have those feelings that exist beyond. You may have telepathy with this person. You may pick up on conversation, energetic connections with each other, because you can feel the power that exists between the two of you goes beyond, much greater than what's just right in front of us, just, beyond our 5 senses. There is much more, despite what I feel that this persona, this King of Swords, leads you on to believe. All right, on the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, I do have to mention that sometimes that card does give me a feeling of if there is a family and there's some sort of separation that is going on, but please take that how it resonates. It has nothing to do with your situation. You can just leave it. All right, let's get some messages from your person. Let's see. I just want to push these cards up a little bit here and see what messages. And this is heart to heart messages from Crystal Moon Oracles. Let's see what comes through. And what I'm hearing right now was I heard the call. You know, I feel like this is what your person is thinking. I heard the call. I'm sorry that I did not answer. Your person felt like they were unable to answer that call at the time. Okay. What are the messages? I'm unhappy with the way things are right now. Very interesting. Your person may be going through a tough situation. If the two of you are separated on your own paths, you know, on your own journey, I want you. I just heard, you know, what's that song? You know, didn't know what I got until it was gone. You know, like your person didn't realize how much you meant to them, how much they wanted you until it was already, what they felt was too late. My mind is full of you. Ooh, my head was just, the top of my head tingles sometimes when I'm having a certain connection with spirit. I never wanted anything more than I wanted you. It's very interesting how your person, um, you know, thought long and hard about making this decision, what they felt was the best decision. And now what's interesting is the messages coming through of how much they want you. We will be together soon. So, you know, for me, this world card often represents unfinished business. So I feel like your person has unfinished business with you. I like the way you make me feel when you are nowhere near. Like I said, I do feel like there's some sort of telepathic connection where the two of you very much pick up on each other's energy. Okay. And you're very much aware of each other. Again, not physically right here in front of you, but there's something that exists beyond our five senses, you know, something that is much more grander than what most of us are used to here in this material world. All right, so let's take a look. I'm going to pick 3 cards here. This is the Green Witch Oracle card deck. And see what advice, pile 3, you know, what it is you need to focus on, perhaps, or what needs to be done in regards to your connection with this person. Wonder if the broom will come out again. It came out twice of all these cards. One more. Then we'll do some charms and we'll close out with angel answers. All right. So let's see. What do we have here? The butterfly. All right. This, I think, came out in pile one. That's so interesting. Transformation, joy, beauty, transience. Okay. And here's the death card. So definitely, I mean, you have death here clarifying judgments, talk about a spiritual awakening, a connection, that transformation, that growth, that learning. I feel that the both of you have experienced from connecting with one another. Carnelian. Okay, so this is the crystal of carnelian. It's about energy, leadership, and creativity. And I feel, look at this. There's two flames here. So I feel like, we've got that twin flame energy coming through, that, you know, very electric type of energy that you're picking them up on, more so than you've ever picked up with anyone else. And then we have earthworm, clarity, and rumination. That's interesting. And we're talking about, I feel like there was the clarity of your person has changed, pile three. The original clarity that they had when the two of you last spoke is very different to how they're feeling right now. I feel like that clarity has shifted due to the growth and the transformation that they've experienced, since they've met you. All right. So let's get some charms, and then we'll close out with angel answers. So now's the time, if you're looking for a certain confirmation, if you haven't already seen it in the cards that I've drawn, we'll pick some charms and see what comes through. Ooh, okay, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, wow. So look, we have the infinity sign, okay? And to me, that's that everlasting energy, the connection that the two of you will always have. It's not to be broken. And you both recognize that. Now we have a wine bottle here. Could be that your person is maybe enjoying a couple glasses of wine, a little too much in the evenings. I'm not sure. And what's very interesting is you have two dogs that are here. So what I really feel, look at these with the two dogs, it's showing me that there's some sort of loyalty here, whether you recognize that or not, that exists in the feelings of your person. What is this? Guys, I don't know what this is. I mean, to me, it looks like a spoon. If you guys know what this is, you could tell me in the comments. It kind of looks like a dressy spoon, but I feel like it has to be something more. It almost looks like a shell down here. Um, so I'll leave it at that. What else? Look at this. We have the tree here. I feel like it's the tree of life because of the growth that both of you have felt. The cat is here as well. Cats for me represent intuition, and we already had the high priestess showing that intuition, that all knowing, because again, I feel that it's something much more beyond this material world. We have Aries here. All right. Courageous is on the back. And then let's look at our letters and numbers. We have D and we have U. We have the number 6. And we have the letter T. Okay. And what else? We have, what the heck is this? Oh, bananas. That's interesting. Now, what does a banana? All right. What do we think bananas mean? I do have a book here. Let me quick look. But what just came to the top of your head when you saw the banana? Hmm. Um, okay, so sexual energy, phallic. All right, I get it. Accepting change, good luck, financial growth. Yeah, phallic was the first thing I thought of, but don't want you to think I always have my mind in the gutter, but what's this? Love. Wow. Yeah, there's just this genuine love here that exists between you and your person. We do have the apple, and when I think of that apple, obviously I think of a teacher, lessons and growth, learning from this. And then over here we have a black swan. You know, swans uh, represents love for me as well. Um, I, we could look at the black color as, black representing death or that rebirth energy, could possibly be associated. I just wanted to see here if, yeah, they don't really say anything about a black swan. They just mention the swan in general can represent that lover's card, that beauty, that grace that exists between the two of you. All right, so those are your charms. Let's close out with an angel answer. All right, so while I'm shuffling the deck, I want you to think of a specific question that you have right now in regards to your person. And let's see what comes through. Yes. Yep. And this card flew out, so I'll take it. Listen to your intuition. And that card came out in one of the other readings. I mean, you have a whole deck of cards here, and so your intuition is completely reliable and accurate at this time. Listen to your own inner guidance, and you can't go wrong. You can be certain that the messages you're receiving from your angels are real and trustworthy. Have faith in your feelings about the circumstances you're experiencing. Your insights into other people and their true feelings or motives are perfectly accurate. There is no need to question what you know is true. Beautiful, beautiful reading, pile three. I'm going to leave the reading here. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you, to having you here at the next reading. Okay, bye.